We are burning up the roads here Thursday morning. I think it's Thursday, the 7th? Yeah, something like that. I lose track of days. It's not hard to do. We're headed over here to the job I was barking trees at the other day. I'm going to try to get a little bit done there, just kind of do a few little piddly things. I need to look at some more timber over there, kind of get a game plan, kind of get a plan of attack lined up. We were supposed to do a sale today. That kind of got pushed back. Then that got pushed back this morning yet again. That's the frustrating part about things like that, because I live my life on a pretty tight schedule. Like, I like to plan my days accordingly in advance. And I already had planned, since we're going to do sale, I was going to look at timber this afternoon. So I've got to look at timber this afternoon. Then I've got some meetings in regards to logger threads this evening, logger threads and timber tracker. So I don't want to say an action-packed day, but a full day. And I'm going to post some videos up in this video, some clips I made yesterday of us going to haul those logs to the Mack, get them back home. And I actually had to tail out a little early. I wanted to go get that big log. I think that one tree, the first log in it was like, and it's just a big crotch tree. The first log was just a short log, 7 foot, but like 34 inches. Then it had like another 727 or 728 above it, and then some limbs. So there was a lot of footage in the tree. It was a big tree, which I didn't get to go back to grab that because I had prior engagements I had to go do. So we'll get some videos up of that. I just wanted to tell you guys thanks a lot for all the support on logger threads. Sent out another big order today down to Alabama. I mean, a big box of shirts. I bought equipment out of Alabama. That's timber country. You guys down there are loggers. It's logging country down there in Alabama. So we're going to go over here, piddle around with that. I'll post some clips up from yesterday. I don't know if I'll post anything I do today over here because, like I said, I know you guys get tired of seeing the same old boring stuff. So at least with the clips I'm going to post, it's kind of some Mack log truck action. And then it's basically going to be a long day on the road. I ain't going to be able to sit in one place for too long. But as always, like I said before, loggerthreads.com. Guys, check those out. You will not be disappointed in those shirts. I promise you that. We're just sending more and more orders all the time. People are really, really happy with the quality of the apparel. I mean, it's like I said, anything that I take part in, I'm going to try to do it the best I can, and that was the whole idea behind this. And we've actually, I've been on emails this morning back and forth with Shanae, a girl that kind of works for me, heads up. She takes care of logger threads and timber tracker. She takes care of all the day-to-day stuff now for me, so I can focus more on logging. But she's designed a new ladies shirt, and it's awesome. I don't normally wear women's clothing, but I'm thinking about when these things come in, I'm thinking about wearing one myself. I mean, they look that good. So check that out. I'm sure we'll have some stuff posted on the social outlets here before long of that new design. So check that out on Instagram and Facebook at Logger Threads. And I'll see you guys back here in a bit, but we'll get these clips posted up from yesterday. Enjoy. Dad's ahead of us in the Mack. He's wheeling on up the road. You better watch him. He drives like a race car sometimes. Look at that beautiful pile of walnut. From up here on the hill, it really looks good. That's Dad's place there, of course. Now, where we cut these logs at this morning, which this is Wednesday, but you'll be watching this video on a Thursday. But where we cut these logs this morning was up here, actually on my cousin's place. And Dean, he owns a lot of land. He's got a beautiful farm up here, just north of Stockton, a few miles. I don't know, 5 miles, maybe. I don't know, as the crow flies. Overlooks the river part of it, goes down to the river. Just a beautiful farm, which we'll get up here. He said, Dad, he don't waste no time in the old one-stack Mack with the winter in the back. Well, truck's got a 350 Mack motor. She runs down the road pretty good. I've driven that truck several times, and you can load her up, and even with that little 350 Mack motor, it's got quite a bit of power. It's just got a 10-speed transmission in it, but she does pretty good. We're kind of catching up to him now. We'll get up here. We're going to pick up logs in 2 different spots. So we'll get up here and take a look at things, get loaded up, and get back to the yard and get them unloaded. There's Dino's house. And that is man, he's got a heck of a grove of walnut. He's actually got a couple heck of groves of walnut. Now, we're going to go up there. That tree he's got pushed out there, that is a big tree. It doesn't look big from the pictures, like all those trees standing. And they fool me every time I drive by them. We've cut several trees out of that grove. They don't look big. Guys, those trees are huge. Those are huge walnut trees. Pretty much everything you see out through there is Dino's. He's got a lot of good walnut. That next row there, you can see them tops. We cut a lot of good white oak off this little ridge here. It runs up this creek. And he's just, like I said, he won't ever let us just go to town on things. He just kind of, every so often, he'll be like, hey, come cut a few logs. But it's not that it's a bad thing. I mean, as a logger, you get itchy and you just want to clear cut the world, but he's got so much good timber, and there's no telling how much good timber we've cut off Dean's place over the years. Even before I was logging full time, we were cutting good timber. Dad was cutting good timber off Dean's place here. Used to do a lot of trapping on Dean's place. This little entrance right here, this is the bluff. The river's right over that bluff. It's a pretty good sized bluff. We've cut a lot of good white oak off this piece of ground here. A lot of good walnut down there along the river. He's got a beautiful place. The mound over there, you can see the mound in the distance. He's got some good timber on the mound still yet. He's got a nice farm. He works to keep up with it, man. He spends a lot of time on the farm. He's a worker. I mean, Dean is a worker. Between all the cattle, he's always doing something, man. He don't ever sit still. He's a working fool, Dean is. Pull in the old gate here. We were talking to him this morning. He's actually got some ryegrass planted out here. He got his in kind of late, so it ain't up real good, but I'm not sure how many head of cattle he's got. But he runs a lot of cattle. Of course, you can kind of see his ryegrass is coming up. That's just not tall like what Brandon and I got out. But he got it in a little later too. Of course, he's just going to feed his. Or me and Brandon are going to bale what we got. But we'll go up here and load some of these up, get them on the old one stack, get them back to the yard. Like I said, you can see over there in the distance, I can see it, you guys probably can't, but over there behind the house, and those draws, they are just loaded with walnut. Big walnut, my gosh, he's got some big walnut trees over there. Brutes. Well, Dean, he's a heck of a guy, I tell you that. He's a good old boy, Dean is. I don't know if he's still out here working. He did have the track loader out here pushing this morning. I guess he's putting in new fence. Gonna fence this little section of ground off here. Let's see, I don't see it. No, there's the loader. He's already done pushing for today. Done pushing. He might have all these gathered up for us. I believe he does. Like I said, he pushed them over, and man, don't get me wrong, I love the work, I do. I'd never like to turn down the work, but cutting logs behind a dozer or anything, man, it's dirty, nasty. The bark, they get dirt and rock all up in the bark. It's rough going, it is. But they push out a lot of good timber with dozers and stuff around here. We work a lot. We work behind dozers a lot. They're just like Dean here, clearing with the track loader. We work behind a lot of track loaders. Just a lot of clearing projects. Like that old ash there, it's not really that good of a log, but why waste it? Why push them up and burn them when you can get something out of them? So let's get out here. Probably have to buck a few of these up for Dad. He loads, so let me get out here and do that. Getting loaded up there. Got a couple long ones on there, but like I said, it's a mile of dirt roads back to the house, so we're not too worried about that as far as the length. But these are the new bars we're running on the 661s now with the 404 chain. They're great, man. They are. Love them. Spectacular. I will never go back to running 3/8 pitch chain on a 661 again. Somebody's asking about the part number. Part number reads 3003 3-000-9731. That is the part number again, 3-000-9731. Do yourself a favor, you won't regret it. You will not regret it. Got a couple more there, or one more to load up there. Got this ash behind us, which I'll go trim it up real quick. Then we got to get that one drug out of there. It's not very big, but I hate to see it get burned. Dean was just going to put it in the burn pile, but I went ahead and this morning I cut the stump off, and I was hoping he could drag it out or get it out from there, but he couldn't. But we're salvaging what we can out of it, so we'll get that little guy out. Like I said, it ain't much, but you know, if you're just going to burn them, tear them out, you might as well get a little something out of them. We'll get him, get that cleaned up. We'll go up here to the house and get the big log. Okay, so the videos you just watched, those little clips, they're from the logs yesterday. This is, yes, this should be them right here. I've just got them bucked into lengths. And this is that old big chunk here. And these are, this all goes with it, like this whole little bunch of them right here. This is all part of it. A lot of footage in that old tree, just a big old rough tree. You can see the bark's bad here. So there were horses out in the pasture. Horses were eating the bark off that walnut tree. I mean, the wood's perfect. I mean, it cut, you couldn't ask for a better cut. That'll make some beautiful tabletops. I just threw the chain off the saw, cleaning these up. You can see, like I said, I like to clean these logs up. And this is just where Dad offloaded them. So he offloaded them, we got them marked, and I'll sort them out to where they need to go. That way they look a little better, not jumbled mess. But yeah, you trim these ears off, kind of round it up, man. That's a good piece of wood. And it wasn't dead. Like I said, it was still putting on a lot of leaves. We've been eyeballing this whole tree here for several years. Just a big old short-bodied tree, grew up on the top of a hill, but it's just a big tabletop, what we call a tabletop log. Beautiful, beautiful wood, and it'd be a lot of figure up there towards the top where that crotch is. It cut, I think it was 33 or 34, what I believe is up there where it cut off. These are all just the limbs, you know, when it comes crashing down. Of course, some of it I got to get that trimmed there, but man, that stuff, when it falls, it breaks and busts. You know, we're glad we could salvage what we did out of it as far as the top logs. So you never know what they're gonna look like when they fall. These are just trees from what they dozed out. You know, where they're putting in that new fence. Which, man, they're nothing spectacular, but they're not bad logs. That's a good little shipping log right there. Good little shipping log. Clean, good little rotary grade. This in here, it's a three-faced at best. Of course, got that big limb there, but had a little height to them. Not too bad. Just a bad day of cutting that stuff. Still a better day than cutting this stuff. This is also stuff that was out there we cut out. I mean, as far as hackberry goes, it's a pretty small-hearted hackberry. Ain't hardly hard at all on that one. A little ash there, rough little dude. Of course, that old nasty oak, it's lightning struck real bad, but we're still able to salvage some out of it. It's always good when we can salvage. So I'm going to jump in the skid steer and sort these things out, because, man, it's cold here today. I think this morning we had 19 degrees, and it ain't warmed up a whole lot. I think it's just now to 30. Got a good north wind. Looks like Dad's slipping up through here. So we're going to get on here and sort these out and get them where they need to go. That's pretty much everything today, guys. Like I said, nothing real exciting today. It's been kind of it ain't been a real fun week to log. It's just everything, nothing's went as planned this week. I'm on my way now to go look at timber. It's not hard to get behind on looking at timber. I mean, it piles up, it really is. It's not hard to get behind in that at all. Honestly, the cutting logs is the easiest part of the whole job. It really is. Going to the timber and cutting logs is the easiest part of this logging deal, like how we do it. Buying our own timber, because I'm on the road constantly. You know, as far as the video went yesterday about Dad's new truck, somebody asked me the mileage on my truck. I've had my truck not even a full 8 months yet. 37,674 miles in my truck right now. So that kind of gives you an idea how much driving I do. So I mean, I'm on the road a lot. Of course, we cover a good distance here in the Southwest Missouri, eastern Kansas, central Missouri, northern Missouri area to look at timber and cut timber. But I mean, I'm on the road. If I'm not in the timber cutting timber, I'm on the road going to look at timber, try to buy timber. So it is. I mean, cutting timber is the easy part. Buying timber, a lot of jobs I look at aren't worth cutting. A load of logs right there. It's a good looking wagon. Good looking Mack. But a lot of the jobs I look at aren't even worth cutting. Not even worth cutting. Then, the ones that are, they're hard to buy. They're hard to get bought. Especially the walnut like we do. You really got to throw the money at them to get them bought. We try hard to buy all the walnut we can, but I mean, it's super competitive here in this part of the world. So we've got to stay on top of things. We got to be competitive. It's a tough gig, man. It's a tough gig. Guys, thanks a lot for watching today. Yesterday, the bed's getting put on Dad's truck today. He should have it by the end of the day. So tomorrow I'll try to shoot a little bit of a video tomorrow what Dad's truck looks like with that bed on there. Like I said, it's not much different what you seen in yesterday's video. I mean, it's just a truck with a flatbed. So we'll try to take some video of that. It is a good looking truck. I'm excited to see how it pulls. I think Dad's pretty excited to see how it pulls. So we'll try to get the skid steer, one of the log steers behind it or something, see what it'll do. But we're gonna try to work all weekend. It's pretty cold for this part of the world. I know a lot of you guys up north, places like that, what we consider cold ain't cold for y'all, but it is down here. We're gonna try to work all weekend. We're getting kind of behind on things, so we need to try to keep up. So thanks a lot for following along. Thanks a lot for watching. Once again, loggerthreads.com. There's a 15% off first order promo going on right now. So if you want to save some money on if you make a decent size order, you save some dollars. I mean, you save some dollars. It adds up quick. So check that out. I'm releasing a couple new shirts here soon. I've seen the pictures today, as I was talking about earlier, for the new lady shirt that Shanae came up with. It's pretty slick. I like it. But to do that, I was informed today also the Timber Tracker website will probably be going live here in the next week or so. A lot of awesome features there, a lot of great features. Selling equipment, selling timber, selling cut logs, selling lumber, selling all your product, all the way from cut timber to finished product, equipment, everything. You can buy and sell it all right there. Basically, it's be just like Machinery Trader. You can get on there and list all your products for sale, but a lot cheaper than what Machinery Trader does. If you guys ever listen to anything Machinery Trader, it's high. You can't afford to do it on there, but she'll be able to afford to do it on here, and it's all forestry specific. Everything is forestry related, the whole thing. Nothing but forestry on the Timber Tracker website. So guys, look for that. Thanks a lot. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Always enjoy having you guys. We will see you tomorrow. Guys, have a great day.